This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, guys.
We're on holidays at the moment.
Oh, I'm loving it.
And
Sick.
loving it.
We've gotten a collection of some of the finest work that we've done throughout the year. Oh, guys.
And then we padded it out with some rubbish.
Don't undersell it, no.
Yeah.
Don't undersell it.
And this, of course, being a live broadcast. Today's best bits are all about...
The best of sporting stars.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh, my God. Right to the point you are.
Enjoy.
This is Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
The Australian Swim Championships kick off today in Adelaide. You can watch it on Prime Video. And Giaan Rooney, well, hasn't she won every gold medal there is to win? She'll be calling all the action. She is royalty in Australian swimming. Giaan, come on in.
Oh, thank you. What a beautiful intro.
Yeah,
I don't know if
absolutely. You
it's
deserve
quite
it.
true,
You're
but we'll take it.
Oh, come on. It is
You got
true.
an Olympic
Yeah.
gold medal. You got World Championships. You got Commonwealth Games. What is there to win that you haven't won?
Well, no, okay. No, that's fair enough. It was a long time ago, though, but
We've got long memories.
take it.
Giaan, with a medal, do you hang it on something? Do you box frame it? What do you do with it?
Okay, it's actually quite hilarious. My most prized one, which is Olympic gold out of Athens in 2004.
Yep.
I don't know if you cast your minds back, but Athens was almost the Olympics that just got up and running. You know, there was no roof on the pool. They had to
Yes.
keep moving the Olympic village.
Yep,
because
dogs
they kept finding
everywhere.
archaeological dig site.
Yeah.
So the medal actually, she can't be kept in the case, the official case that she comes in, because the goddess Nike that is on the front, if you put it in the case, it actually closes and scratches her boobs. So
Giaan.
she's a little bit scratched, she's a little bit tarnished, she's a little bit rusty.
Her boobs have
and,
been round the block,
she's
is what you're saying.
kept in a sunglass case.
That's fantastic.
That's so
Giaan.
funny.
That is so good. Well, you know what? There's going to be some interesting action this week. I know a lot of people would have asked you various things. Of course, Cody Simpson's caught our eye, and whether he's good enough to be able to make this team for the World Championships that are coming up in Budapest and also the Com Games.
Yes, so this is a double trials event for those two events coming up. So it means a lot. And look, after the success of Tokyo last year, which was just extraordinary, I'm so excited to see everyone race again. And we've almost got a few different dynamics this time around. You've kind of got the returning Olympic champions. You've got the young ones that were on debut in Tokyo who made a splash, who are looking to cement themselves further and even vie for an individual spot. You've got some ones that are on the redemption path. Mac Horton looking to make an individual spot on a team again. Shayna Jack
Jack,
exactly right, from a doping scandal. So in terms of that, there's so many complexities to these trials, which makes it fascinating and interesting. And then you've got a pop star that's, devoted himself to the world of swimming, looking to make a team. So,
But he can
as
swim,
I said, there's
can't
so
he?
many interesting ones.
Yeah.
He can, and everyone thought at the start that this was just a publicity stunt.
Yeah.
And it really has never been a publicity stunt. He comes from incredible swimming genes with his mum, Angie Greenwood, as her maiden name, who I used to know and swim with. She was on a Commonwealth Games team back in the day. His dad, Brad Simpson, was a swimmer as well on Australian teams. So he comes from great stock, and he's always had this underlying want and need to see where he could go in swimming. So the goal is Paris in 2024.
Yeah.
Everything else is a stepping stone, but from all reports, he's flying in training. So maybe this could happen sooner than we think.
Yeah, he made the final of the Olympic trials, finished 8th, but that's, making the final is still pretty solid because he wasn't expecting
Is
to.
this an untapped market? Should we be every year
Yes.
chucking a celebrity in the pool
Yeah.
and just seeing what happens?
See if the Veronicas
Hey,
can swim.
That's
I mean,
what
why
we're
wouldn't
talking
you?
about,
That's
in
a
the
good
fact
point.
that,
Yeah.
with over 6 million social media followers, if he's bringing any more eyeballs to swimming,
Yes.
we're happy
It's
about
a great thing.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, especially when he's up against Kyle Chalmers in the 100 fly
Yeah.
today.
Yes.
So Kyle isn't swimming freestyle events at these trials. He's getting an exemption pass to swim the 100 free at Commonwealth Games, but he's doing the 50 and 100 fly here. So he'll come up against Cody Simpson today and Matt Temple, who's Tokyo Olympic finalist. So this is going to be almost a battle for the ages just in that one event itself. And then you've got women's 100 free today, which, as I mentioned, Shayna Jack. You've got Ariane Titmus,
Yes.
who is, of course,
I mean, what's she ever done?
400. Yeah, exactly right. She's won the 200 and the 400 gold medal in Tokyo, silver medalist in the 800. she's coming down to do 100 free because she wants a bite of that 4x1 freestyle relay action.
Right.
So, I mean, you've just got all these wonderful events coming up, and this is just day one.
Okay, that's all very well and good, but, you know, in my day, right, when I was playing sport and then I go and watch it.
Badminton.
Yeah. I'd be getting itchy feet. So how are you when the swimming's going on when you're commentating?
You know what's hilarious is that I retired in March 2006, and I have not swum a lap since
Is
that
that
day.
true?
No, really?
Not even in a kidney-shaped pool?
I do not even own swimmers that would be appropriate to go for a swim in. So I feel it's a really healthy place to be. I'm incredibly grateful for my swimming career, but I don't miss it at all.
Giaan Rooney, high and dry.
Yeah.
Hey, Giaan, what does the smell of chlorine do to you then? What, like,
trigger you?
Yeah. What does that smell do?
Yes. Well, that's the problem is that most swimmers, and this is a funny fact, most elite swimmers who spend a lot of time obviously training in a pool develop an allergy to chlorine.
Yeah, that's cruel, isn't it?
So it's actually this counterintuitive health issue of you spend so much time in chlorine, you develop an allergy to it. So
what allergy?
Exactly right.
What happened?
Like respiratory, nasal, all that kind of thing. So I'm a hay fever, asthma, allergy, sinus girl. And so, yes, because it is a chemical that, as you said, it takes away all those little fine nose hairs,
ear hairs.
Like I never knew that you got earwax until I retired from swimming.
Oh my God!
Is that right?
I never knew you got dirt under your fingernails.
Oh, because
I never knew.
You were just wet all the time.
It's like you were just constantly boiled.
Like in a dishwasher.
Like in the dishwasher with the Finish tablet.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh my
all these
God!
things you don't realise that actually. I didn't realise till I retired, and I was like, why are my ears so itchy? What is that? People are like, have you cleaned them? I'm like, what do you mean? Why do you have to clean your ears?
Yeah.
Like, because you get earwax.
Because all your wax was just dissolving into the pool. Isn't that a lovely thought, everybody?
Exactly, yes.
That is interesting.
Death pit of disgustingness of bodily human functions that are, in the pool together.
Right. Have you ever come across a pool that when you're weeing it, the ring of dye goes around you? Has that ever been?
No.
No, okay, great.
No.
Me
But
neither.
I feel like I needed it because can I tell you that, when you're squad training and you're in the pool for 2.5 hours.
Yes.
And,
is this a
That's
confession?
why the chlorine's there.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Have to have a nervous wee.
Yeah. Well, no, Gian's talking about it at number 2.
Oh, no.
And the creepy crawler was going...
This interview's taken quite the turn, Giaan.
Oh, my God.
Well, I'll tell you what, you can see Australia's greatest swimmers in action competing for these World Championships and also the the Commonwealth Games. Prime video from today, everyone. Giaan, really appreciate your insight, and I can't believe you haven't had a swim.
Never swum a lap.
That's amazing. And the number 2
I'm
thing, though.
proud for my expertise in the world of swimming, but also all the unfortunate side of it as well.
Yes,
I'm glad I could help. Yeah.
Yes, quite the insight.
Enjoy your earwax.
Yes.
Congratulations, sweetheart.
It's time to be alive. Thanks,
Really happy
Giaan.
for her.
The Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
I think for a lot of people that like sport in general, if you were to claim that you're a Wimbledon champion, would be one of the most ultimate things you could ever
It's up there with
want.
Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got one in our fair state, and that's Maddie Ebden, who you know quite well. Matt, congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Good morning. Yeah, it's
Very good.
What's it like being a resident of Wimbletown?
it's been a crazy couple of weeks. I've said in some media before, they've asked me, I said, I don't even know if I dreamed as a kid of winning Wimbledon.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of people say that, but I don't think I ever dreamed of winning Wimbledon. It was just, I wanted to be a professional tennis player, get to the top 10, but winning Wimbledon, it wasn't probably till I was an adult that I sort of grasped the fact that I was good enough and started believing I could do it and this and that, but it's more than a dream come true, definitely.
And you nearly did it twice too, just quietly, because you got it very close in the mix as well.
With Sam Stosur in the mix, we got to the final, and that was actually the first time I'd played on centre court, and the first time on Wimbledon final, of course. I'd never been to the final in Wimbledon and never even played on centre court there. So, as a tennis player itself, even just being able to say you've played a match on centre court is quite something that people really value and cherish, and to get to play the final there. Unfortunately, that one didn't go our way. We lost that one, but then to have another chance a couple of days later in the doubles final, and for that one to go our way, it's a moment I'll never forget. It's crazy.
Solid campaign.
Yeah. I remember the first time you came into our studio. It was many years ago. What was the trophy you brought in? It was, and we had to wear gloves to touch it.
No, it was probably just my local club champs or something.
You might have been doing a tour for the Australian
Open, I think.
Okay. So there you go. Yeah, so it wasn't my trophy, was it?
No. Yeah, but it was like, and it was all about what this guy could do, and you've gone and done that, and we're sitting in the same seat.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird journey. I've been fortunate in my career, or so I've thought, to have had many great achievements and realize a lot of my career goals. Davis Cup, winning a slam at Australian Open, and getting to close to the top in the singles rankings, and winning doubles titles, and having all these great experiences. Playing Federer, Nadal, and Rod Laver Arena, and this and that, and sort of I sit here now at 34, and then to get to my first Wimbledon finals and win one. Yeah, all our 4 Grand Slams are technically equal, and being an Aussie, my favourite 2 tournaments are Aussie Open and Wimbledon. Just obviously Wimbledon's it's a mecca, it's a pinnacle of world sport. To play on centre court at Wimbledon and win, it's a really weird experience. I don't know. There's magic. There's auras out there. It's weird. You sort of feel like you're not in control at all, and you're just sort of hanging on the side of sort of fate or destiny, waiting for it to play out to see if you're on the good or bad side of it. Really, it's really weird.
Well, the one thing, Max Purcell being your partner was absolutely outstanding, saving a couple of match points in that game. But so you get to the end of the match and you're victorious, and then a part of the dream is that royals come down and they're part
and
of
present you the trophy and everything.
Poor little Prince George, boiling hot in his suit.
Which royals did you get?
Well, so Kate Middleton was there on that day, and she was watching the first set or two of our match, but she'd obviously been there since 12 o'clock. They'd had the women's singles final, so they were all there before that. They did their lunch, and they had the women's singles final. She does that, and then she's meant to sort of stay and probably watch our match and do that. But we took her 4.5 hours after that.
Yeah, so you bloody went 5 sets, didn't you?
Exactly. She was there for 9 hours, so she didn't last the whole match, and not many people did or would have. So no, fair enough. But yeah, it was cool. I mean, Kate Middleton was there, Tom Cruise was there, and all the royals and boxes and all that. So,
it's a spin out, isn't it?
Pretty cool.
So do you clock them when you're on court? Like, do you know straight away? Oh, there's Tom Cruise. Like, or is it just a wash?
I saw Kate. I mean, she's sitting right at the back of the middle of the court in this shiny golden yellow dress. So. Kim, my wife, she really liked Kate, and she's a fan of Kate. So I definitely sort of knew Kate was there, but. By the time it came to the trophy ceremony, when it was 9 o'clock at night, so much had happened since then. I couldn't even think straight. Never mind think about it. It was giving me the trophy.
Hey, Natty, I want to know preparation before a game, right? What does a tennis player eat before a big match? Because we know some sports, someone will eat like a big plate of pasta or whatever. But what do you eat? What happens?
That morning, I'm pretty sort of religious with what I eat. I wake up, I always have eggs on toast, and I think I had some avocado as well. Coffee,
so poached or scrambled?
Or fried?
Just fried was the easiest. Yeah, Kim actually just whipped them up for me in the house, so that was just quick and easy. And then I go and go to tennis, warm up. Shout out to the Woodies that came on court, or Mark Woodford came and warmed up with us. He's a left-hander, so we had to get some left-handed serves at us.
Yeah, good.
So that was nice. And then eat again after that warm-up, a couple of hours before the match. For me, it's salmon and a lot of rice and just olive oil. It's a bit boring, but
the carbs.
It's fuel. It's fuel.
Carbs, bit of protein, and then just olive oil, not even sauce.
So,
a lot of hydration.
Hydration.
Yeah. So
massive. Yeah.
Once the game's over, do you smash 10 burgers or something? Or is it that sort of situation?
We didn't eat for quite a while after, but it's funny. We'd obviously been out there for 4 hours. I think 4 hours and 11 minutes, and pretty long, pretty physical and draining, and emotional energy, everything. But I finished the match, and I felt like I'd just woken up in the morning fresh as a daisy, high on adrenaline, and just I just had endless energy and my body felt amazing. I felt like I
just
could fly.
eating victory.
It was strange.
Feels
yeah,
good.
so they gave us so in the locker room, Max and I smashed a beer. They had beers for us. Then they had champagne, and then the sort of chefs came and asked for all our crew to come and celebrate. What do we want? So they just send us a whole bunch of pizzas. So they brought us all
nice.
boxes and boxes of pizzas. We had pizza, and then we had to go around and do all the media runs. I think we jumped on the Project and Today Show and this and that and blah 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 and press conference and back for more pizza and champagne and then we finally got out of there and then we had to do drug doping. You got to go do a drug test.
Came back 100% pizza.
100% alcohol. No.
Yeah.
And then so it got to like midnight and there was sort of time, everyone sort of leaving left and Max and them were like, okay, let's go, and we're going up to the Dog and Fox, pub up in the Wimbledon Village. So we had our baby with us. He'd been at the creche and then he was awake and it was baby midnight. But we had his pram and so we didn't want to put him in the car seat, wake him up. And it's about 3 Ks up to the town. So we thought, you know what, we're just going to walk him. So we took off and we walked Harvey in his pram to the Wimbledon Village, and he just slept basically on the pavement outside the pub while we put a party and celebrated with everyone.
Get away with it when you're a Wimbledon champion.
That's Australian.
Yeah, there's videos of it on my Instagram, and we made sure we got a document of it for Harvey. One day we'll show him. It's pretty funny.
That's
so great. You mentioned one thing before, and that was the Woodies, and they're Australian folklore, really.
Yeah, that's right.
So they won that many titles as doubles champions.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself going on from here, and this is what you wanted to be able to, continue doing?
The name's not as catchy. Ebden and Purcell sound like a legal firm, but
Well, they call us the M&Ms these days, so there's a little bit of something going on. But well, first of all, that's also why I'm still in a bit of disbelief. It's to be, Wimbledon, the history, the pinnacle, every champion that's gone before globally, but even the Aussies winning at Wimbledon, our heritage in that in history is since 100 years ago we've had champions all the time, and just to be a teeny tiny little part of that history and puzzle now, it's mind blowing for me. The Woodies, I've been fortunate to have both Mark and Todd be my coaches at some points in my career and sort of mentors to me, so definitely learn a heck of a lot from them, and to have them there on that final day was special. Todd's nickname is 9 times. He's won Wimbledon 9 times in doubles and mixed doubles. So
I heard yours is 9 inches, eh?
For Max, or?
Matt, did I hear a rumour that you made a bet with Max that you're going to grow a mullet?
Yeah, far out. So
what were you thinking?
Yeah, I know. Well, okay, so obviously Max got the mullet, and back in even Aussie Open, the mullet, whatever, and I think after all that final, there was obviously a lot of media. We got to the final, we didn't win, but still was a lot of media with Nick and Canassi.
All Aussie final,
So I was back here a couple of weeks after Aussie, and I think I was in quarantine for a week before my baby was born.
That's right.
And I had endless time to read stuff and do media and everything. And there was I think an article came out on GQ that had the best Aussie mullets of the summer, or the like recent times or current, whatever. And so I was sort of thinking, we just made the final of Aussie Open. Max got this big mullet. He's probably going to be in this list or something. So anyway, I went through it, and he was nowhere to be found on the list, obviously. And we're just nobodies. But so we saw some footy players and some whatever else. And I sort of sent to Max and said, look at this, whatever. So the mullet was quite a thing for him. And a couple of months later, we were at the French Open, maybe practicing, and in like maybe April, May or whatever. And I think Max put a picture of us practicing with some Aussies, and then I sort of reposted his picture and put a poll on my Instagram and said, should Matt grow a mullet? I reposted it, put a vote, and I don't know, hundreds of people said no, hundreds of people said yes, grow a mullet. I said no. My wife definitely said no. Max said yes. So we were left with this sort of thing, and it was a bit funny and whatever, and heaps of people were going, yeah, do it. Some people were going, oh my God, no, don't do it. Anyway, so it was sort of funny, and Max was like, yeah, come on, you got to grow him up. I was like, no chance. But then I was just, Max, he's quite a bit younger than me, he's 24. So I said to him, I was like, I'm just going to put this out there, I'll just throw it out there. So I was like, you know what, mate? I was like, if we win Wimbledon, I'll grow a mullet for you to Aussie Open. And I think his girlfriend was there. She heard, and we told Kim. I said to Max, I was like, look, I said to Max, look, if we win Wimbledon, I'll freaking do whatever he wants. I'll do cartwheels down the street, you know what, whatever. So we did that, and he'd actually forgotten about it. But yeah, it's quite funny. So the night before the final, sitting there with Kim, my wife, at the house, and just thinking about the next day, and I said, I was like, you know, maybe confident or expecting that, you know, we could maybe win this final. I said to her the night before, I was like, do you remember that? Like, you know, if we win tomorrow, that's it. There's only one more match here. I've got to grow this mullet. And she goes, no. She goes, don't tell Max. She goes, don't remind him.
He won't remember.
She goes, don't remind him. He won't remember. And so the next day we spoke about it, and he didn't remember for the life of him.
But it's out there now.
What? You don't remember? Yeah, well, I mean, it's on our Instagram archive, like on the story, so you can check, you know what I mean? And then he goes, oh, yeah, the Instagram poll, whatever. And I'm like, oh, my God.
Yeah, no, you're growing a mullet now. So from now until the Aussie Open, it's happening, Matt.
Yeah, it is. So,
it'll be long
my
and
head's already a
luscious
bit
by
long.
then.
Yeah, well, no,
I don't know, 6 months.
Yeah.
6 months
I'm just
would be
saying,
okay.
if Kim really loves you, she should grow one too.
Maybe with an undercut?
Now you're talking.
Oh, nice.
All right. Oh, Matt, we're so proud of you. Congratulations. Wimbledon champion. Not many people get to put that after their name, and you can. Well done.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for talking to us, buddy. Bye, bud.
All right, have fun. See you guys.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun.
It's been a while since we spoke to this guy, but we thought we'd check in with our good friend Justin Langer. G'day, JL.
My gosh, where have you been, my friend?
We've been here in the same seats, in the same longitude and latitude. You've been out living a great life.
We haven't gone anywhere, JL.
Seriously, I haven't heard. I feel like I'm out of the loop. I haven't spoken to you guys for ages, but it's so nice to hear your voice.
Yeah, absolutely, JL. But before we get stuck into what have you been up to doing, you are getting involved in a Beat Child Cancer bike ride. It's a bike trek, actually. It's happening from Perth down to the southwest. Have you got your Lycra ready to rock and roll?
Well, I won't be riding in it this year, but I'm patron of the Children's Cancer Research Foundation, mate. I have been for the last 25 years, and it's an awesome cause. There's a lot of kids out there who need our support, so it's just giving everyone a chance. Beat child cancer on your bum. Not a bad campaign, is it?
Yeah.
Really good chance to stay fit and healthy yourself, getting on the bike with your family or a team or individually, and raise some funds for child cancer, which is very, very, it's crucial for kids who are suffering.
Oh, big time.
JL, do you still have a lot of Lycra in the closet that gets used?
Nah, look, I've never been a big Lycra man, to be honest.
Interesting. Tell me more.
Yeah, if I go for a... Oh, come on.
He's more into harnesses.
I feel
and
like he
studs.
wants to.
I'm probably a closet Lycra man, but I like
just a couple of crop tops and stuff.
Yeah, if I go for a ride, it's usually just in the shorts, and I don't want to do it up too much. But geez, I respect people who get on the Lycra, and I've got lots of mates that love the Lycra. So, but yeah, I'm more than just the Aussie shorts and T-shirt sort of bloke when I get on the bike.
I do have to say though, and I mean, like the amount of people that I see, and I see a lot of them, in the little stretch of
the cafes
in Maylands and stuff on like a Saturday or a Sunday morning, and they're all wearing all their Lycra.
Oh yeah,
and it's like I know for a fact that you're all not Olympians. I don't know for a fact
probably never ridden in the Tour de France.
You're not in a competition. So and I know that Lycra is to cut wind resistance and get a better time. So if you're not timing yourself, why aren't you just wearing clothes? Sure. Comments, questions.
JL, I feel it's one of those things from the outside, right? And I'm the same. Well, I'm getting around in Lycra, but once you're in it, right, then all of a sudden you think it's your right.
So you feel more springy, don't you? It's like when you're wearing a new pair of shoes.
It's a bit like men shaving their legs, right?
Yeah.
I used to. It just feels good. I used to use the excuse, I'm a professional sportsman. Then I've got to have
Massages,
a massage all the time. So actually,
and strapping.
Does it really make you run faster? I don't know, but geez, it feels good. Probably like Lycra, actually.
Yeah, okay. And I suppose it's good though, because JL, like when you'd shave your legs, sometimes I hear you'd paint your toenails and just have one leg out of the sheets and just think, picked up here.
Well, with four daughters, nothing surprising. Little Gracie, I've just got out of the car. She's learned to drive it. I drove her to school. Listen at, bopping at Harry Styles. Like, we're having the time of our life. But she went to another dinner, dance or ball, whatever they call them, the other night.
Yeah.
And man, there's makeup and dresses and and nails and fingernails and toenails. I've seen it all.
That's a lot,
yeah, I know Davey Warner. This is a true story. I know Davey Warner. He probably hate me telling you this because he's got 3 little girls as well. He paints his toenails as well. So, yeah, there's something to it. There's something to this new age stuff, if that's what we call it.
Hey, my dad had passed out drunk one night. I mean, it could be any night.
Narrows it down.
At his house, and my cousin Cheryl was over there, and while he was asleep, she painted his toenails red, and then when he got up in the morning, he went to have a shower, and then he had a heart attack because he thought his toes were bleeding.
Or he's worried about what happened the night before.
Yeah. Oh, you would be. Yeah. Oh, my God. Hey, JL, you're doing a lot of speaking engagements around the place, and you've been doing much travelling. I think our producer, Amy, was trying to link up a conversation. You're off to Singapore. You're doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, but look, I have been, but I've been for 30 years, I've spent 80% of the time away and 20% of the time home. So I'm trying to tailor it so I'm 80% of the time home and 20% away. So I'm doing some great stuff. I'm literally loving life. I went to Singapore, did 4 or 5 speaking gigs up there, but I'm trying to spend as much time at home as I can. I'm loving Perth. I'm loving being home with my family. So, yeah, life's really good.
I'm wondering how sorry Sue's taking that. I mean, she's got to see you all the time.
Are they loving it as much?
Yeah, you've worn her down yet?
Well, the kids are loving it.
Yeah, but what about Sue's boyfriend that she's been seeing while you've been away? Like we've seen him out and about with her quite a lot. And I'm just worried about his mental well-being.
There's been some strange cars driving past.
Oh, to those 4 men, we're sorry. What's happening?
Anyway,
I'll tell you what I did get, which you guys will respect. I got COVID, and I got smashed with COVID.
Oh, did you?
Did you?
Yeah, horrible thing it was. It took about 6 weeks. I reckon 6 weeks. I didn't train, I didn't drink coffee, and I didn't drink any alcohol.
That's where you're going wrong, JL. Because I've been drinking. I'm in COVID ISO now, and I've been drinking coffee every day, and I've had very mild symptoms.
I was so cool. All the things I love, and I just did not feel like doing it. So COVID is not much fun, that's for sure.
Hey, so JL, in our entire history of our show, last Wednesday, I had to do the show without Nat and Shaun because both of them had COVID. So
how was it?
What? The show, it's never been better.
It was the Nathan experience.
They were actually saying they were up for an award.
First time in 20 years. Amazing stuff. Me and Nat had mild symptoms, so we got through. And Nathan, the poor bugger, everyone's had it surrounding him. And we sit about a half a metre apart. We've been licking his face. He's been asking people to cough in his face, and he can't get it to save himself.
This is the thing I was kept on saying on that day, right? So Natalie sits to the right of you, I sit to the left of you, and then Amy, she's basically over here to the left of me. It's gone straight into Nat. It's gone over me and into Amy. Like what? Like that is.
But we have a pre-show pash. You know what? So
we've just found the cure.
What?
It's Lycra, baby.
It's Lycra, baby.
It's Lycra. So you keep wearing your Lycra to work every day, and it goes over.
It can't get a good grip, can it?
It just slips right by.
That's a good thing, actually. Hey, everybody, by the way, you can check out Beat Child Cancer on your bum, everything that Justin's been doing with the Child Cancer Research Foundation. We really appreciate your time, mate. We'll look to catch up more often and look forward to the cricket season where you don't have to...
Don't be a stranger.
You don't have to run any of the shows. You can just commentate and be an observer.
Very much looking forward to that, guys. Great to hear you, and, looking forward to speaking to you soon.
Good on you, mate. See you, JL.
Bye, mate.
Love your work, JL.
You're listening to Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
Hear that, everyone?
It's a rocking chair.
That's David Mundy on the porch.
Yes, he is, and he's coming live from the porch on his rocking chair this morning.
Well,
Good morning to you,
retired.
David.
Good morning.
Hey, mate, what are you whittling right now in retirement? Are you going to play the banjo? What are we doing?
Oh, I haven't figured it out yet, but there's a nice piece of wood just ready to go.
Dave, what a big week announcing your retirement at the end of 2022, of course. Hopefully Fremantle will play a few more games for you. But what a decision. How did that come about for you?
It's been something that's bubbling away, I guess, in the back of my mind for a little while. I've been on one-year deals for a very long time, and so not much career security in those. So I've been thinking about the transition a bit, and just before Christmas, really, I guess, I destroyed my ankle out on Coburn in our last session before Christmas, which was absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
And they, I guess, kick-started, that serious thought about, how my time in football was going and how I wanted it to end and what I was going to do afterwards. So I've figured out two of those things, and as to the last, what I'm going to do next, I have no idea.
So
into the abyss.
Do you like what you've said, though? You don't want to be carried off. You want to be able to walk off, But, like, working with Shaun now for so long, we know that his bum hurts.
His neck hurts. Knees hurt.
I got told I got to have a shoulder operation, likely.
Shoulder
yesterday.
operation. So right now, I mean, I know that once you put your body up on blocks, you'll be able to probably feel more so what the future problems are going to be. But right now, what's your list of stuff you need to get done in the shop?
Well, I guess, first of all, I know Shaun obviously quite well, and I'm hopeful that he's just a little bit precious than everyone else.
Well, Shaun actually said because you know him so well, that's why his bum hurts. It's weird. So what's your list of things that you think you're going to have issues with in the future?
Well, I think I've played so many games, so I'm really realistic that there's going to be multiple joint replacements at some point in my future, but ankles have always been my biggest area of concern.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, I know.
Shaun, your ankles have been fine, haven't they?
It's about the only thing
you've never
that's
really
good on
complained about your ankles.
No, I had a fracture in there when I first started at the Docker, so I got a couple of screws in that one, but it hasn't been an issue.
Yeah, right. Have you got screws in your ankles?
I have a tightrope little wire in my right syndesmosis, but everywhere else has been pretty good.
So it's literally a wire holding your ankle together.
No, not usually, but it makes me feel a bit superhuman, a bit Terminator-ish, so I'm all good.
Yeah, I like that, Dave. Hey, Dave, one of the great things about your career, apart from the longevity of it all and how great you've been, is that the people in the community, how there's been a lot of memes about you, really funny stuff along the way. But
especially the last few years.
Yeah, but it's all come from a loving part. You must have been wrapped with it, how people in the community have engaged with you.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. The last few days have been overwhelming, to be honest. It's been the love and support from all areas of the football community, not just Fremantle, have been pouring in, and it's taken me hours to go through it and read it and get back to people and all that kind of stuff. And apologies if I've not back to everyone, but and I guess stems back to the last few years. I still reflect back on the Monday 3 Hundy week and leading into that Western Bulldogs game, and that was just absolutely insane, and something for my family and I guess, to be really proud of, and to go through that kind of wave of support throughout my career has been something that I'll really cherish.
Yeah, now, you have been called the Dumbledore of the sport, which is really lovely. And Shaun was telling me when you first started playing, balls are made with whale leather because they didn't realise it was wrong.
It's come a long way, yeah.
Well, Nathan, David got his first game because I got dropped. I'm telling that story.
I did.
Because I couldn't remember that.
I do vividly upstairs at Fremantle. I was called up to see Chris Connolini's office on a Wednesday or Thursday or whatever it was. And I was sitting outside his office kind of knowing what was coming and going to debut and all the emotions that come with that. And so justifiably was sweating absolute bullets waiting to go into this meeting. And as I was about to get up to go in, Big Shawnee comes storming out, angriest man in first. Looks at me, gives me like this really hesitant little nod like, "What up, mate?" But I just got dropped, so stuff you. And storms out.
I mean, some would say it was the right decision.
Yeah,
straight to the 71 games left. Dave, you said you don't know what you're going to do next, but do you have an idea? What sort of skill set have you got? Do you think maybe, you'll stay in footy in some capacity as, coaching, or do you want to go into the media or
aquaculture?
Yeah. Yes, of course, you're a marine biologist.
Do you want to get Shaun dropped here so you can step into this job too?
History says it works.
Nathan, Nat, and Dave.
No, I've spent about 15 years really trying to educate myself, prepare myself for this transition and be ready for, whatever opportunity comes. So I've done marine and environmental undergrad and honours, and I'm about to finish an MBA. Done a little bit of work in the media, obviously, and some commentating stuff, and obviously entrenched in what happens at the football club, both in a playing sense, but I guess more in a leadership and operational sense as well. So I have no grand ideas or ambitions just yet. Nothing set in concrete on the way out. I'm really open and flexible to whatever comes my way.
Well, you better hurry up because JK's looking for stuff too.
Yeah, I know, right?
You flooded the market with amazing retiring footballers.
I know, competition's never been so stiff, Dave. Hey, Barra, the first time when you got drafted, right, in 2003 from Seymour, how did that take place? Did the recruiting guys, Phil Smart, Brent Dawkins, come to you? How did it all go down for you, and how was it received?
Well, I guess my first memory of it is at draft camp. I was sitting down with Fremantle people, and Chris Connolly, who was a Golden Valley boy as well, asked me point blank, "How do you feel about wearing purple?" And I was wearing or playing for Mo Bushrangers at that point. They had a purple sash through the middle of their jumper, and I mentioned that and got a few chuckles and a few head nods. So that was probably my first good step in a Fremantle sense.
Awesome.
And then
So it was literally just a colour chart situation.
Yeah, good purple jokes.
So the draft back then wasn't like it is now. It's not wasn't some big aired event. It was, I think, it just happened quietly one morning, and I was actually asleep for it. I got woken up by a text message on my old big Nokia phone, which I was really proud of at the time.
Yeah, of course.
By a teammate congratulating me. So I walked out to the kitchen, and my dad was sitting at the kitchen bench trying to tune his radio to get the draft, and I told him, and he was immediately chuffed as. And I walked through to wake up my mum because she was a night shift nurse, and so she just got home and gone to bed.
Yeah.
And I told her, and she immediately started bawling her eyes out.
Of course. Her boy was moving to the other side of the country.
Yeah. And then he sat down and he played a celebratory game of Snake on his Nokia. Remember Snake? It was like, oh my God, it's a video game.
What number did you go at, Dave?
I was drafted number 19 in that year, which was the first pick of the second round. And I can remember leading up to the draft, just joking with my mates. I didn't think I was going to get drafted, really, and certainly not that high. But I remember joking with my mates saying, I hope I don't go pick 19 because it's the first pick of the second round and the pay scale drops by $3 grand. The first round.
Hey, Dave, do you remember the minimum for me? I think my first year was $14,500 or something along those lines. Yours would have been pretty low back then.
Oh, his was pounds and shillings.
Yeah, so I was paid in my first year as a second round draftee. My base wage, I think, was about $37,000.
Yeah.
So in 2004, which at the time for a 18-year-old, I was like, oh my God, look at all this. So it was a nice little bump, yeah.
And what about, this will be my final question for you. You've gone through all this period, right? But at the moment, you are playing as a player, your coach you played with, the GM of football you played with, the CEO was playing when you first got drafted. It's pretty amazing in that sense as well.
Yeah. The Queen was a wag.
Yeah. It is. When Justin and Peter and Josh Carr, have come back to the club, I found the first interaction with them really weird.
Yeah.
They've come back in a position of authority in the hierarchy, above me, and we've been on footy trips together and played a heap of footy together, and so there's a lot of back history with our relationship and stuff. So to kind of fall back into that, coach-player relationship has been. The first couple of weeks has been, something that we've had to feel out. It's been, a little bit awkward, to be honest. But I guess then having that relationship, it's really helped, I guess, me find my place in how we help get the playing group to where we wanted to get it to. And I felt like I've been really included in that process, which has been great.
Oh, you've been an ornament to the game. Yeah. Extraordinary career.
Love your work. You've been amazing. So I look forward to plenty more games in 2022, mate. Keep playing well. You were outstanding last week. Keep it up.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
See you, man.
What a legend.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.